Two of the greatest shooters to ever grace the floor, the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson, look to dial it from long distance as they ramp up for the raucous crowd at Target Center. Warriors, Timberwolves, and back in a moment for the tip-off. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Last season, Stephen Curry set the all-time record for three-pointers made. He said, hopefully I can push it to a number that nobody else can reach. I never wanted to call myself the greatest shooter until I got that record.
Yeah, pretty unanimous, David. You're right. Thank you. Now, Golden State's starting five. The core of this team all out there, Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the four. Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins, and for Minnesota. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Conley out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Prince in at the three slot. GA with their fourth title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green. The single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an All-NBA.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
And Green gets it to go.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Outside Edwards. Prince against Wiggins. Out to Edwards. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. Clock at 4. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Here's Green. The offensive rebound. Looney. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Prince. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And finished off by Gobert.
And you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Here's Curry. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And the first one at the line is good. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
He hits both from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Green inside. Towns on him. And there's Green on the assist by Curry.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Towns. The shot from the low post is good.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
On its way from Curry for 2. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
I'm not sure there's another player in the league that a coach would have more confidence in taking that shot than Steph Curry.
Now here is Conley. He had 15 points last out. Great D that time from Green.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Prince against Wiggins. That one good for two.
Hey, it's a simple game. Just take what the defense allows. Wiggins reads it, smooth with the mid-range stroke. Knock it down.
They double-team Conley. Prince wide open. The Warriors pull it in. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. You look at Atlanta. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And I think for Golden State, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
On its way from Curry for two. Gobert pulls it in.
You know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Conley. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, it could be just a slight tweak.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Anderson, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Different look here for the Warriors. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Looney.
2 minutes remaining in the
comes in
first.
for Green. Dominguez come in for Andrew Wiggins.
Green.
And Poole subbed in for Thompson.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice stripper.
Right side Towns. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. A second chance effort, and Iguodala with the lay-in.
You just can't give Iguodala these looks. He's too experienced and crafty down low.
Down low. And Anderson gets it to go.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Curry gets the bucket.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
String music scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now, here's McDaniels. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Green with the rebound.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the night. That's good from Poole. There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Towns. Over Green. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And that's now 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns. It's been all about Stephen Curry. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Please give a big round of applause.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then it's Conley, and it's Prince in at the three side. That's the foul to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And here's Peyton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question. That's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Here's Green after the basket by Minnesota. Basket good.
And I'm not sure there's a guy who enjoys physical play more than Draymond. Finishing through contact is just part of the job for that man.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Anderson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their worked out.
Well, DiVincenzo knows how to create for himself, finds an opening and quickly takes advantage.
That shot is off, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Feeds it to Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
No doubt this is Thompson's most lethal weapon. One of the greatest three-point shooters in the history of this game.
Now here's Anderson. 8 points for him. Prince outside. Pass to Gobert. Pocket 6. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Green passes to Wiggins. Over Anderson. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Minnesota calls timeout. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. The pass to Conley. This one for 3. They get it again. Gobert. The layup missed. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Oh, great ball movement there. And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Timberwolves now. Warriors leading by 17. And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible. And we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
DiVincenzo finds Wiggins. Shoots. Shot's good by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 points in the quarter.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Inside. Gobert, and that's good.
And he found the soft spot in the knee on that position.
.152 left to play here in the second quarter. A three for DiVincenzo. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 15. From 7, Conley's shot is off.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Prince outside. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And finish drive by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley.
Tell you what, it's just one of those nights where Curry finds a rhythm and just keeps on flowing. This show never gets old.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic. In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
McDaniels with the ball. Kuminga picks him up to the inside. Anderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
First team foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Anderson. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 17 points was their biggest margin. That one goes. Count it.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the shot goes in.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
It's Curry outside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. On 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 12 points in the game.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
You gotta love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. We're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are...
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course, they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
They're getting abused in the paint defensively, letting their opponents set the tone. Can't match up physically, you're toast. And that's what the scoreboard is reflecting right now. Toast with butter.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Making their way onto the court.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Looney. Conley against Curry. That one falls. He has 6.
And you have to stay up on Conley. When you give him breathing room, he's a threat to pull up.
Here's Curry with the 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Prince outside. Towns at the elbow. And Towns throws it down.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Outside, Green. Shoots over Towns. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Drops in the tray.
Andrew
Wiggins has got his third basket of the night right there.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Warriors leading by 15. Towns with the steal. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Curry outside. And the Warriors miss again. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. No one near Edwards as he lets it walk. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Outside, Green shoots over Towns, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Green's got 13 points.
The closer the better for Draymond, but once he's in his comfort zone, he's good to go.
Edwards finds Gobert. Prince outside, over Wiggins, kept alive. A beautiful reverse layup. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
The Warriors making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Conley gets the bucket.
In sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Ready to move? Here are your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Put your hands together again for your Timberwolves Cubs.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. For three, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Warriors leading by 11. To the middle. Unloads. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 9 points.
Able to finish through contact there. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
Towns. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Curry outside. Drains the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
Some changes for Minnesota. Daniels, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Different look here for the Warriors. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Payton, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Poole subbed in for Curry. Timberwolves trail by 14.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Alexander Walker passes to Noel. 1:52 left here in the third quarter. From 11 feet away. Good D by Payton.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Good. Great play by Green to set it up. And the Warriors lead by 16. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here is Poole. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. A three for DiVincenzo. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Warriors leading by 16. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's got 5.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And they get it. And Towns with the lay-in good. And that's now 20 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Timberwolves trail by 17. To the paint. And finished off by McDaniel.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside Edwards. With 1 on the clock, And no good on the last second attempt this
That's
time.
the end of the
And
third
so
quarter
it's
with
the
the
Golden
score.
State Warriors
Your Minnesota
holding a big
Timberwolves,
18-point lead to
58.
close the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they
76.
bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Edwards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Torian Prince. And it's Noel in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Warriors leading by 16. Curry outside. Another three for Golden State.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Back to Edwards. From past the arc. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got his 8th rebound here tonight. The Warriors shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Here's Green. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And it's easy to admire Green. His ability to work through contact is one of the reasons he's so valuable.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession. And it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Anderson, and it's Conley in for Noel. Andrew Wiggins checked in for the Warriors. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Minnesota calls timeout. Clark, when you were playing, social media wasn't a thing. Now that you see it through your eyes, how has that changed the game?
I think it's changed it exponentially, and in many ways it's been good in terms of more people being able to be connected. You can expose more people to more of the beauty of the game. For marketing, I think it's terrific when you talk about video clips and all of the different kinds of content you can create and share globally around the game. The challenge, though, for the players is making sure that they keep the main thing, keep first things first, and not allow the noise of the internet and social media to be a distraction. That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Off target on the alley-oop layup. Here's the Warriors with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Pulls up on the wing. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Curry's got 30 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
They get it back. Gobert, and that's good.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
And Stephen Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Looney. Lamb comes in for Green. Moody subbed in for Wiggins. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. No good, shot missing. Some solid defense there from Lamb. On offense, here are the Warriors. Big run right now going for them, 11-2. And again, it's the Warriors missing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Iguodala. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Moses Moody.
And Minnesota has possession. Here's McLaughlin. Down low. Here's Knight. And Knight slams it in.
You know, when he orchestrates for his teammates, Towns becomes even more valuable to me. Really good when the offense is able to flow through.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Curry. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Moore finds Towns. Here's McLaughlin. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
There's the 3. It's good from long range.
Moses Moody.
Moody's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
McLaughlin, the pass to Rivers. Here's Moore, and that one is hammered home.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Warriors.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Stephen Curry.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance from the end one.
Wendell Moore. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Then for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Curry. And he makes both free throws. They're going to turn it over. They're going to get it inbounds that time.
Minnesota ball.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Knight slams it in.
You know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Here's McLaughlin. Rivers in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Kuminga the pass to Iguodala. Shoots the three. Bucket's good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key?
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.